Hey guys, so in today's video I'm going to be showing you how to take pictures for your online store or for your social media. In this tutorial I'm going to show you how to remove a background so you can maybe change colors or just take this part over here and move it somewhere else. And we're going to be working with Photoshop today. Now if you don't have Photoshop, you can download a free trial. I think it's for 7 days. I'm gonna leave a link below. And in this case, we can use a magic eraser tool right here. This is the eraser, and then you'll choose the magic eraser tool. Now, this is the tolerance right here. This determines how much of the background it's going to remove, or the color. In this case, it's 29. But I'm going to show you what happens if I use it right now. It almost removes everything, but if you don't, this can be different depending on the image. So we're going to undo that, and I'm going to show you what happens if it's, for example, at 12. See all this around? It didn't remove all of that, so you definitely have to play with the tolerance to see which ones works best for you. This 25, you can see still there's some color around, so 29 is the best for this particular image. But you can see this area right here, it still has some residue. Now I'm going to show you my favorite way to do this. So you're going to take your magic wand tool and your quick selection tool, and you're going to try to select all of this first. Now, if it works, that's perfect. If it doesn't, like for example, in this image right here, I'm going to show you when I open the image. If I try to do that with this image, there's too much white, and you see what happened here? It will start to select this area too. So if I do this, it will select some of the outside area. So what you want to do is you're going to duplicate the layer. Then we're going to click Adjustments, Curves. We want to make this image darker so we can select it without any problems, because as you can see here, there's very similar shades of color. So we're going to kind of darken it, very contrasted. There you go. It doesn't matter if it looks very dark or if it doesn't look good, because we're going to use the layer underneath. So when we have this darken here, we're going to select the quick selection tool, and we're going to try to select the darker areas. And as you can see, it worked. For the area right here that was giving us a little bit of a headache. And we have selected what we wanted. So now we're going to move from the first layer to the second layer. If you want, you can just make that layer invisible, and as you can see, it's going to select the same image. So we're going to layer via cut. I like to layer via cut. You can layer via copy. Same thing. And as you can see, we successfully removed the background. Now if you want, you can add a new background. It could be a solid color, it could be an image, it could be anything. In this case, I'm going to use a blue color. We're going to move that layer down. So to add color, to add a background, if you're very new to Photoshop, you see these layers here, you're going to open you're going to create a new layer. You're going to put it underneath the first layer, and then you're going to select your paint bucket, and voila, You can choose your colors right here, so if you don't want that color, you can just play in here with the colors. And as you can see, you have a very professional looking picture. Now, if you think that it doesn't look good because it doesn't have a shadow, it looks kind of fake, you can select the first layer, you double click it, and then it's going to show you some options in here. We're going to use the drop shadow option. And in here, we have a lot of things that we can play with. So you can see it already added a shadow to this side. You can play with that. Let's say I want to add a shadow like from this angle. The light is on top. And I've been playing with this already, that's why it looks very good, but maybe yours doesn't look like that. Maybe yours was very much like this or like that. So you definitely have to play with these things in order to get what you're looking for. So what I like to do is I like to have my shadows just on one side, and you can play with the opacity to make it look more natural, like so. And the size, maybe spread a little bit more, maybe make it a little less harsh. And there you have it. Keep playing with this until you're satisfied. And there you go. Now for my preference, I like the fakey look. So this is gonna delete the effect, and that's how I like it. Now from here you can add your watermark. If this is for Instagram, maybe you can add your Instagram in the corner, whatever you like to do. But basically this is one of the tricks that I have, because sometimes I take pictures and it's so difficult to remove the background. But with this technique, I found that it's really easy, and it's just it's not so intimidating to deal with these things. Now you see that this one was easier because I edit this in my phone and I make it a little bit lighter. But you know now that you can use that trick, or if it's easier because of the background, you can just do the quick selection tool, click, and then you right click and then layer via copy, and then we can remove the backgrounds, and here we have it. Now again, we create a empty layer and we move it down so the fingers get on top, and then we paint the background. So these are hypoallergenic surgical steel, but the pin is not. So I would love to remove that from the picture. So I am going to take in this case, I'm going to use the spot healing tool, which is going to copy the pixels around. So we're just gonna highlight what we don't want, and it's gonna magically disappear. I love to use these for, like, if you're taking pictures and there's something that you don't like. For example, my nail in here, I know I'm being very perfectionist with that. Like, why should I mind about that? But if you want to make your picture look more aesthetically pleasing, we can make our brush size smaller. Maybe I can just remove that, like so. That kind of looks weird. You can always undo. But yeah, or if I don't like that little speck of light over there, you can just remove it with the healing tool. And it's just that easy. I hope you've learned some tricks from this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like this video and comment. And if you have any questions, just leave them down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.